What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt, the podcast where we discuss music and movies and movie franchises and horror and all kinds of stuff, metal and junk, games sometimes, whatever.
And just for this one moment, we're going to acknowledge the Kansas City Chiefs as your Super Bowl champions.
Jesus Christ.
What? Come on, that's a momentous occasion.
I could give a fuck.
I'm on fucking cloud nine. Back-to-back championships and three within what, the last four, whatever, five, yeah.
That's why I said the other day, I figured you'd be watching the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, I'm a jinx, so I don't. And this Super Bowl victory only proved that because I didn't watch the first one against the Niners out of just my anxiety. We won. Then I watched some of the Tampa frickin' Super Bowl, and we lost. And then last year, I purposely didn't watch because I was convinced this year sealed it. So, yeah. I'm one of those superstitious people.
Yeah, no, the most exciting thing that came out of the Super Bowl for me was the Deadpool 3 trailer.
Yeah, I knew we were going to talk about that.
Ah, so good.
Very quickly. Still excited. Still cautious.
Dude, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped, dude. I know. I need to back up a little bit. I know I need to just bring myself down a peg because there's always room for Disney to fuck it up. There's always room for Marvel to fuck it up. But I cannot help. Dude, I've watched that trailer like 6 times now.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited that I even asked Deanna the other day. I was like, man, can I just go to sleep and you could wake me up in July?
God, if only.
Like, seriously, I'll just pass out. Just wake me up when July comes because I don't care about anything else for the rest of the... I don't care about my birthday. I don't care about none of it.
I might be able to catch up on all my sleep that I've been missing since life if I just slept until then.
Same. And I wouldn't be missing anything because I could wake up in time for Deadpool 3 and I'd be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's bad, I'll just go back to sleep.
Like, it's gonna be good. I'm still cautious about it because there's...
Always
Man, have you been seeing the more stuff they've talked about with the new Captain America movie? Like,
No.
Mark Ruffalo came out and said, yeah, Hulk's going to be in it. And then, like, literally less than a day later, they're like, no, Hulk's not in it. Mark Ruffalo's not in this movie.
Red Hulk.
So, I don't know. Yeah, Red Hulk I'm hoping for, but...
Maybe that's what he was talking about. Maybe that's what he was thinking of.
No, he meant, like, him specifically being in the movie. And, yeah, it's... I'm worried about all of that. It just seems like it's a mess.
Dude, I honestly, I mean, the Captain America movies are both really good. I like both of them anyway, but I'm still not even close to as excited about it as I am Deadpool, dude. And the trailer the trailer just ramped that up so much, and I was already pretty excited.
Yeah. No, I'm not, like, it just seems like they're in panic mode at Marvel, and it makes sense with the fact that the fatigue is starting to set in.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I mean, just look at last year. Like, I know Marvel Marvel had its first big, like, huge bomb. Ant-Man wasn't well received. Yeah. And then you look on the other side of the coin, basically I think every single DC movie that came out last year lost money. So, like,
superhero movies in general are just dropping.
And they're like, I said it a long time ago, like, we'll probably say back in like 2014, like, it's going to go the way of the Western. It's going to be big, it's going to be everywhere, and then it's going to be just not. I mean, that just seems like the logical way that we're going.
Yeah, as trends do, you know. And that's fine, you know, it is what it is, but I'm still hoping for some diamonds in the rough, though. I'm hoping for diamonds in the rough, and even ones that aren't diamonds in the rough, ones that are just Deadpool 3. Assuming Deadpool 3 is a fucking blockbuster, of course. But I'm hoping that whatever it is, it sets it up for Secret War, or yeah, Secret Wars, to be good, and you know what, whatever's beyond that, who knows? But hopefully they bring it back a notch and start telling a little bit more grounded stories, because I didn't think that it was possible for me to lose the excitement of the multiversal shit, because I have been a part of the universe forever. Like I've watched them since day one. So
Oh yeah.
I get it. I understand, especially new people coming into it. It's confusing. There's a lot of shit all over the place, and I'm hoping Deadpool fixes some of that, and it probably will. But I like the multiversal shit, and it's a lot. But even me as someone that doesn't really have a hard time understanding all of it, other than a couple of obvious, like, plot points that are just like, what the fuck, But even me, I'm just like, dude, I'm getting burnt out of the multiverse stuff. Like, I am really bad. And
Oh yeah.
it sucks because, like I said, I was pumped. I was pumped for all of it and all the crossovers and fucking shenanigans and stuff. I love the chaos, but even me, dude, I'm just like, dude, we need to pull back a little bit, tell some more grounded stories and shit. And
Yeah, they need to start focusing quality over quantity. Like
yeah,
that's what they need to do. But we've
and
already talked about that in our Marvel video filled with technical difficulties too, by
yeah,
the way.
we'll touch up on that.
Yeah.
We'll make a second part to that to kind of clarify.
Yeah, we'll. I'm definitely more convinced now. The second, the sequel video needs to be made after Marvel Jesus arrives.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
yeah,
We'll definitely be talking about that. Honestly, we could just title it Deadpool 3. That's the chapter, but honestly, it's going to
yeah,
be fixing a lot of the stuff with Marvel in general, so we could be talking about a bunch of stuff after that.
hmm
But anyway,
yeah.
so what you been doing? What you been listening to? All that kind of stuff.
Well, I my wife and I are doing lists like our top 10 songs of like a band, so we'll listen through all the way through it. So I finished up Bad Omens the other day,
Nice.
or today actually, or yeah, today. And then I started our next one, which is called Rattlesnake Milk.
Okay.
Very, very interesting, like old, like I can't really describe it. You just got to check it out. But it is actually pretty good. It's definitely different, and not at my usual alley. And yeah, I'm still definitely on a kill switch kick. So there's that.
I get on those a lot.
Oh, I've been on one since January. Still, like it's just.
Yeah. Killswitch
Oh,
is one of those bands, specifically the Howard era of Killswitch is
hmm
just one of those bands where I will have moments every year without fail where I'll just listen to all of his shit like on repeat for several weeks on end and not get sick of it. And it's good stuff, man. I love Killswitch. I want to get a Killswitch tattoo so bad. Like it's killing me. But my next band tattoo is my Trivium one. I got to get that worked out. They threw a wrench in my design with the Court of the Dragon, because I had a whole design that had like a little bit of an element from each album like incorporated with the Trivium T,
yeah.
and designed it myself. Like I put it all together and shit, and then they released that, and I'm like, man, this is a great fucking album. I gotta put a dragon in there somewhere now too. Like specifically the one from the album artwork, But
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that because it's very flat. It's like a very flat, uh, like vector style, just black. There's no like shading or anything like that. So I gotta figure out how to
Hmm.
incorporate that into. I'll show you the design sometime, but yeah, that's gonna be fun to figure out. But
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, that'll be awesome to do.
yeah, gotta put some Trivium on me somewhere other than my wardrobe.
Show off. I'm not wearing my Trivium shirt today.
It's all good.
Art Krispies.
It's all good. You got art on there. That's all that matters. It's fine. But yeah, no, I've been crazy busy, dude. I haven't really been listening to a lot of music, honestly, just because I haven't really gone anywhere a whole lot. I fucked up my foot the other day. Willow likes to leave sticks on the front porch, and
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize that there was one on the front porch, and it's big chunk of a stick, dude. and we were about to take her to Petco to grab some dog food. We just get her out of the house, you know, and she's allowed to go in there. So, and she's good. She's very well behaved, so she doesn't really cause any problems, and she loves to go to Petco. So, or maybe it's Pet Supply Plus. I can't remember, but one of those pet stores. And I'm literally stepping foot outside the house, and I step on this stick and roll my fucking ankle, and I heard not only a snap and a crackle, but I heard a pop too, and I was like, Jesus, that is gonna hurt right about now. And I fucking panicked because it just shot up through my leg really hard. And I backed up into the house and I sat on the couch and I'm like, oh, yep, nope, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. Dude, that shit sent me. And the pain was so bad that, like, that night, luckily only that night, but that night I was laying in bed and I was getting, like, hot flashes. Like, I was getting hot flashes, but I was so cold I could not get warm.
Damn, you rolled your ankle so hard you went into menopause?
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, fuck, dude, what is going on, man? I couldn't get warm to save my life. So I'm covered up, but I'm sweating my ass off, but I'm freezing. And I'm like, yeah, I fucked my foot up somehow really bad. And it's bruised to shit too, so I haven't really been going anywhere, so I haven't really been listening to a lot of music.
That's fair. Yeah, I feel your pain with ankle problems. I'm still the only person I know alive that has rolled their ankle laying in bed.
Nice. Yeah, I can't say I've done that before.
Yeah, that's how bad my ankles are.
Yeah, fuck that. Well, mine's doing not so good right now, so I feel you. But yeah, that shit hurts.
Don't pull your sheets up at any given time while you're still tender. Trust me. Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't even sleep with a sheet just to be safe.
Taking the sheets off right after this podcast, but
yeah, shit.
But yeah, other than that, I did want to give a quick shout out because I've been playing a lot of WoW lately. I'm also working on another special project, completely side project, and another completely side project from that one that hopefully I will be able to talk about a little bit more publicly here soon. But that's another reason I've been pretty busy and I didn't get around to the original idea for this episode, which we'll talk about in a second. But I've been playing a lot of WoW, and I joined a guild with Renvale on YouTube. Check his channel out if you haven't checked it out. If you're interested in, honestly, any kind of MMOs, but mainly WoW, it's what he's doing right now. And I just wanted to give a shout out to him because the dude is he's brand new to WoW, and it's very, very, very hard to find anybody that has that positive of an outlook on WoW. And he's very positive about it. He's just chill. He's like, dude, play whatever the fuck you want. Just play the game. If you like having fun with a class that's not in the top 10 fucking ranked whatever, play it. I mean, as long as you're having fun playing the game, you know, that's the kind of mentality he's got. And unfortunately, that's a little bit harder to come by these days. But
oh yeah, I know most of my friends, they were like, no, you have to play this class and then make sure you're spec this way and you're gonna have fun, and never fucking did.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, nah, dude, if I like having fun with this class that's kind of shit in the ranks or top fucking charts or whatever, I don't care because I'm having fun with the game, you know. And so much so I joined his guild, and just out of curiosity, I was like, what classes do you not have a lot of, or what could you guys use in the raids and shit? And he's like, honestly, play whatever you want, doesn't really matter, but we don't have any rogues, like barely any rogues at all. And I was like, fuck, of course you don't have any rogues. It's like my least favorite class to play. And something about a holy paladin or something, like specifically that spec. And I was like, you know what, I've played I've played a lot of paladins, so fuck it. I'm just gonna level my rogue finally, which I haven't touched since like Warlords of Draenor. And I leveled my rogue like, dude, I sloshed through that because leveling a rogue is the fucking worst. So I mean, and maybe I'm just shit at playing a rogue, but dude, oh my god, it was a chore. Now that I'm max level and I'll be in groups and shit more regularly, it's fine. But the leveling process, unless you're going to be leveling with a group of people, like a steady group of people, don't fucking do it. Oh my god, dude. Or when you pre-purchase your next expansion and you get like a free level boost, use it on a fucking rogue so you don't have to level that motherfucker, dude. They are terrible to level.
That's what I did back in Mists of Pandaria. I just used my level boost on my rogue.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's just not my class.
Yeah,
Like
same.
one of my buddies, he like mained a rogue forever. He's the master at it. You know, that's fine. I'm not. No,
Yeah,
I was never a rogue.
yeah. Rogues are rough.
Stealth ain't my game. Yeah.
That's the thing, though. I don't mind stealth, but dude, they are so squishy, right? And people argue, oh, well, mages are squishier, or uh, warlocks are squishier, or whatever. They can't wear any higher than cloth armor and shit. I'm like, dude, yeah, but they've got so much crowd control and maneuverability and whatnot. And the rogue, they have vanish, which puts them in stealth mode. And if you're questing solo, that resets the combat that you're in. So you have to then start over, and I had to pull like 1 or 2 mobs at a time. I could not pull more than 1 or 2 enemies without almost dying every single time. And I didn't know if I was just fucking something up, but I even watched rotation guides and shit to just see if I was maybe doing something wrong. I was doing everything that they told me to do, and I was dying or almost dying so quick, and I had to vanish every single time, and I'd reset the combat, and then I'd have to start over. It was so slow. Now dungeons is fine because you're in a group, you're getting healed, sure. But solo questing, oh my god, dude, it was such a chore. And then if you get picked off by PvP, because I had war mode on, because it gives you an XP bonus or whatever. If you get ganked by another player, dude, rip. Unless you really know how to play a rogue, don't do it. But battlegrounds like PvP battlegrounds, Warsong Gulch, all that kind of stuff. Sure, rogues are great, but that's because you're gonna probably die several times anyway in a battleground. That's fine. That's the mechanic. That's one of the mechanics of the game, sure. But in dungeons or solo questing, dude, oh my god, I don't ever want to level another rogue ever again, ever, in my life.
I feel that.
But
I know what you're saying.
Even mages, dude. Mages, you can Frost Nova the mob of enemies you accidentally pulled, get the fuck out of there, and pick one of them off at a time, and they're still gonna come at you. You're still in combat, but you do way more damage, in my opinion. You have way more maneuverability and crowd control. You can freeze people and stop them and shit like that. And worst case scenario, you can go invisible, just like a rogue, but it's temporary. You temporarily go invisible. Yes, it'll reset the combat, but that's like a last-ditch effort, just to get the fuck out of there. But they've got options, is my point. Rogues, no. You can vanish and fuck off, sure, but that's it.
Vanish or die.
Yeah, and dying ain't an option, dog. So
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Been super busy. 2 big projects I'm working on, and playing a lot of WoW, and trying to not fuck my foot up any more than it already is. So there's that.
Fair.
But yeah, so Derek, we were going to be doing the State of the DCEU.
Yep.
But as we've already just discussed, I've been super busy and also had zero desire to watch the remaining DCEU movies that I do have to watch, which we will get to it. We'll get to it. It's just been a weird week. It's been a busy week, and the last thing on my mind was watching a fucking DCEU movie. So we've just been kind of chilling, really, in the free time that I have had, anyway. Just watching Hell's Kitchen, just stuff that's comfort shit, because, dude, my mind has been fucking all over the place the past, week and a half. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
But, what are we going to do instead today? What are we going to do?
Well, I think we're going to talk about the top 10 albums from 2001. Keeping it going.
Hell yeah. These are fun.
Yeah.
These are fun, and you know that, it seems like kind of a cop-out of just a pick a thing out of a hat kind of choice, but they're super fucking fun to talk about, and
oh, dude, yeah.
You and I can banter about fucking music all day long, so I think it works. As simple as it is, as easy as it is, dude, it's still a good time regardless. So
Oh yeah, no. And like I said in the last one, I love making top 10 lists. It's fun to do.
Yeah.
So going back through and really diving into each year to then make a decade end list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And people like watching and listening to top 10 lists too. You go to fucking YouTube, man. It's littered with them. People love watching it.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fun topic because everybody has an opinion,
Oh yeah,
and they want to see if they're right in the eyes of the creator,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
exactly. But
But yeah, so top 10, 2001. No
2001.
EPs.
No EPs, no singles,
Yep, no
no
like
re-releases.
compilations. Yeah, no re-releases.
Yep.
Trying to think if there's anything else we need to talk about because this was a very, very busy year for music.
You guys
And
have
I
fun.
just realized, I guess before we get started, I when I was going back through and double checking stuff, three of these albums in my top 10 came out on 9/11.
Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
So just music wise, 9/11 was pretty good 2001. Every every
We're gonna clip
other
that specific
way,
spot in the fucking
9/11
podcast.
was the fucking worst it could have possibly been, but the music was pretty fucking good that day.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're gonna,
maybe pick it apart. That's facts, all right?
I'm gonna clip that exact segment of you saying that.
That's what I said would probably get me canceled
And
because
then
it's like I'm sorry, 3 year albums from a total year coming out on the same day, let alone the worst day in like American history.
yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to find that silver lining, and the music that day was that silver lining.
That's fair. Hey, look, I back that. I back that. Anybody tries to cancel that, you're looking into it too much.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, there's that.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, like I was saying to you before we started recording, this year was easier than 2001 because there was like legit 3 albums that could have been my number one for when we did 2000. There was really truly only one album that was number one. The rest, while they're all awesome, because I mean, I've got 10 honorable mentions, and then 2 through 9, they're bangers. They're just amazing albums. But when like one almost, if not perfect, album comes out, it's head and shoulder. It's just like Patrick Mahomes. He's just perfect or about to perfect as he can be, and he's head and shoulders above Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, you name him, he's better. It's his show.
I don't know who
That
any of
is
those
my
people are.
well, they're NFL quarterbacks
Okay, that
that
makes sense.
yeah are big news guys, but Patrick Mahomes is better, and he is similar to my 2001 number one pick.
Just so we're all clear, if you couldn't tell already, I don't follow sports at all. So any flack that this video gets for Derek's comments, they are Derek's comments alone, not from the Crypt comments.
I will gladly argue and defend anything I say. So
I know. That's why I'm
bring
putting it
it.
all your way, because I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to sports. I stay out, dude. I stay out of that can of worms.
Oh yeah, it's so good though. But anyways,
My top four, honestly, my top four I listen to pretty regularly. So honestly,
oh yeah,
it wasn't hard to pick a number one because there's obviously a clear cut number one for this year, and I'd be surprised if it wasn't your number one, but I don't know because maybe. I feel like we might have a similar number one, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. We'll
we
see.
might.
Especially when you're talking about perfection, like it is just like head and shoulders above the rest, which looking at my list, it's pretty fucking head and shoulders above the I mean, as far as like what it's done for my life in music and what the status that it has in the music world. And yes, I said music world, not metal, not rock, not pop. No, in the music world, it has got a status that is just insane. So it makes sense. It makes sense that if you have this as your number one, I wouldn't be surprised, like at all.
We're either gonna have the same number one or it's gonna be a huge debate.
If it's, dude, if it, I honestly, I don't know, because I feel like it probably is. I feel like it probably is the same number one. I'd be thoroughly surprised if it wasn't.
It better be, because my number one is right. All the others are wrong.
However, I feel like we definitely have at least one, two, three. I think we have at least three albums that we will share in this list somewhere. In our top 10, not our honorable mentions. And honestly, if any of those three, honestly, if any of these four that I'm looking at are in your honorable mentions and not in your top 10, we're going to have to talk, bud. Because there's some fucking bangers, and one of them in particular, I know for a fact that you jam out to, because we definitely both jam out to it, and we've talked about it recently.
Don't worry, it's in there.
It fucking better be. But anyway, did you want to start? Who started the last one? Was it me or you?
I think. God,
I
don't know who started. Wow. Yeah, I got nothing right now. I can't remember.
Do you wanna go ahead and start?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we're gonna start on, I guess, a lighter note, since I made a obscene comment a little bit ago. This album did not come out on 9/11. It came out 2 weeks after it, and yeah, it is Tenacious D's self-titled album. I mean, this album is a classic, no doubt about it. Jack Black, Kyle Gass doing Tenacious D things, Gil Bassa, Wonder Boy, Tribute, freaking Rock Your Socks. Sorry, I had to look at the list because I'm drawing a blank. Explosivo, Fuck Her Gently, One Note Song, like all this, like this album is just like a perfect comedy album. Yep. And Tenacious D is just awesome. And I know our last top 10 soundtracks, I left Pick of Destiny off because I do consider it to be more of a musical. Don't worry, when we get around to 2006, Tenacious D will be making an appearance. But I'm a huge Jack Black fan. Anything he does is gold in my eyes. Because, I mean, like, The Pick of Destiny wasn't well received. It's one of my favorite movies. I love The Pick of Destiny.
I love The Pick of Destiny, dude.
Yeah, so anything that's got Jack Black in it, with the exception of him being Claptrap in the Eli Roth Borderlands movie, I just... I love Jack.
If Jack Black is doing it, it's going to be good.
Dude, I don't know.
That's going to make the best Claptrap. Period.
I hope so, because I mean, damn, like Jack Black is perfect, and Eli Roth, in my opinion, is nowhere fucking near it. So I don't know who's gonna overcompensate and win that battle.
No. So, look, I'm not talking about the movie because Jack Black in it. I'm saying that Jack Black is still going to make the best Claptrap he possibly can. The movie will be shit, and Claptrap will still be good because it is Jack Black, is what I'm saying, you know?
I just really hope that I walk away saying, yeah, Jack Black was awesome as Claptrap, because when they announced him, I was like, oh, man, I'm torn, because I don't think that was a good fit. But, like I said, everything he does is awesome.
Dude, I'll be honest with
movies,
you.
Anything.
When they first announced him as Bowser, I didn't really understand it. I didn't get it, like, personally, because I didn't really understand the scope of the movie they were trying to put out at first. But once I seen trailers and shit, I was like, oh, no, dude. Dude, he's fucking perfect. I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah. No.
I love every single
I was the exact same way, and then I remember that first trailer that they showed with the gate coming down, and then he talked, I was like, okay, now I see it, because I guess I just had a hard time putting the two together.
And I loved every... Jack Black could sneeze into a fucking tissue and give it to me, and I would cherish it for the rest of my life. Like, I don't give a fuck. I love Jack Black. So, I honestly was shocked that I didn't really vibe with it at first. But, dude, the second I seen the portrayal of it, I was like, all right, we're in for a fucking treat, boys. Saddle up. Let's go, dude.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And I loved it.
But
the Mario movie was great. I loved it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the Mario movie was much better than what I anticipated,
Yeah,
and I hope
same.
I hope I say the same thing about the Borderlands movie
Yeah,
when
same.
it comes out. I really do.
I'm not as tied
But
to the Borderlands franchise as you are, but even I really hope that it's good. Like I really hope they do it some justice because I know the fan base is fucking ravenous. So if it's terrible, they're gonna fucking hear about it. Period.
I just don't like I don't like Eli Roth. So the second he was announced to direct it, I was like, oh God,
Yeah, I feel
oh
you.
God. But anyways, back to the album
Yep. Sorry.
because
Go.
this album was a staple for every kid my age because it's like, hey, you wanna listen to this song called "Fucker Gently,"
Yeah.
and so everybody had this album. And it like my buddy Luke, he's learning guitar and everything. I can't even tell you how many times he just sent me just him playing Kielbasa.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still obviously has its audience and resonates well. I feel bad putting it at 10, but it made the list. That's ultimately all that matters. So, Tenacious D, self-titled, number 10.
I will say I had Tenacious D self-titled in my honorable mentions, but it's because I didn't really listen to it as much or as often as I did like pretty much all the rest of these.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason. I fucking love the album, and it's phenomenal. And Tribute alone, dude, I sing Tribute in the shower, dog. Dude, I love Tribute so fucking much. I remember watching the music video for that like so many times. Just Tribute and Wonder Boy, like, dude, so good. The whole fucking album is great.
Oh yeah.
But
I
yeah, I did put in my honorable mentions. I just figured I'd throw that out here now because you already mentioned it. But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
phenomenal,
may as well.
great album. My number 10, not as not as positive and uh, full of joy as Tenacious D, but back in March 12th, 2001, Blackwater Park by Opeth. Now, the reason why I put Blackwater Park by Opeth instead of something like Tenacious D or whatever is because Blackwater Park is one of the albums I distinctly remember my buddy Cody showing me when he was introducing me to a lot of music. And this is one of the ones that got me into the more serious, like progressive death metal kind of shit. And it really kind of was not maybe pivotal in me getting into that genre as much as some other bands, but or as some of the other albums anyway. But it definitely helped. It was definitely one of those albums that I was listening to quite a bit when he showed it to me, which would have been well after 2001, of course. But it definitely holds a place on this list just for that reason alone, and it still holds up. It's still a banger album. But yeah, that's really it. I didn't have a whole ton of stuff to say about it other than that, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
Blackwater Park by Opeth.
Yeah, no, that's a band I haven't really ever listened to.
You remember when I told you to check out Scar Cemetery?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was the
I have heard of Scar Symmetry before,
that
and I
was
still.
it was around that time. It was around the time that he showed me Scar Cemetery and all that kind of stuff that I got into Opeth as well. But
Yeah.
the style of Scar Cemetery just kind of really pushed me into like that album that I told you to listen to. I have listened to so many times, dude. Like a
Oh yeah.
lot. And
Yeah.
it's a banger. The whole fucking album's a banger. But yeah, but Blackwater Park was among many albums that I was shown. Cody's a fucking metal encyclopedia, so he was showing me a lot of stuff at that time. And yeah, I remember pretty fond stuff about it.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's good.
It's good stuff. Anyway, number 9.
Number 9, released June 12th, 2001. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink 182.
I also have this in my honorable mentions.
There you go. Well, at least we're not like lining them up like we did in the 2001. What we have? Four? Was it four of the same?
Yeah,
Like
something like
literally
that.
spot for spot? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when I was younger, and even still, like I guess I'm not like actively seeking out pop punk bands like to listen to or anything, but back in the day, they were a dime a dozen. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
And Blink 182 was, of course, one of the first ones that, as far as I know, everybody got into
if
because,
not the
like,
biggest one by a landslide.
yeah, yeah, like What's My Age Again? I remember that being huge on TRL back in the day for anybody that's as old as me or older.
Right.
Um, but yeah, no, this album, I've always loved this album. Anthem Part Two, First Date, Rock Show, Story of a Lonely Guy, Reckless Abandon, like Stay Together for the Kids. Fuck, like I remember even one of my buddies who does not listen to Blink 182 at all. He fucking got down with Stay Together for the Kids because that's a very very powerful song.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, Blink 182, I guess during our top albums of 2023, Blink 182 was number two in mine.
Yeah.
Um, so check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, Blink 182, you never go wrong with it, and they always scratch the pop punk itch that you have
Oh
or
yeah.
that you can get, and
And even if you
they've
don't listen
got
to pop punk or anything, like everyone's heard Blink 182 before, and there's at least one song that just everybody will
oh
like
yeah,
or something from Blink 182 to
and I
some
mean
degree, you know.
I still like whenever I'm messaging somebody on like Facebook Messenger and instead of just actually typing out what the fuck, I will literally take my time, search through the GIFs and find the one of Tom from the first date music video where he's just turning around, with that fucking bad mullet and
Yeah.
mustache. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just every time. Yeah, just absolutely phenomenal album.
Yeah.
Um, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Blink 182, number nine.
So, my number 9 came out on September 11th, 2001.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm curious which one it is.
Yeah, I know. Like, what you said, it could be 3 of them, right?
Well, I've got three on my
So
list.
it could be any of those 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It is. You want to? No, I don't want you to guess. It is Silver Side Up by Nickelback.
that's what I figured it was.
So good, dude. This, like, cringe teenage years aside, bro. I listened to this album so many fucking times.
Never made it as a wise man.
Exactly, dude. And I had this shit. Half of it was on fucking repeat all the time. Like, all these songs that they're singing to, especially if you read the lyrics now, like, I had no right as a child listening to half of these fucking songs or understand what the hell they were talking about at all. But I did. I listened to the shit out of this album a
No,
lot.
and just so people fully understand, because there might be some younger people listening. Back in 2001, this hate for Nickelback that like just kind of randomly manifested after 2005
Mm.
did not exist. Well, I guess it kind of started with their next album. Well, I guess technically, if you want to trace it back, it starts on this album with freaking How You Remind Me, because that song was everywhere back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I remember me and my now wife were I was in eighth grade, she was in seventh grade. We were at the local town festival that they have every year. Heard How You Remind Me play over the PA at the thing at least 10 times throughout the course of the night.
Yeah.
Like this it yeah, this album is great. I love this album too.
Yeah, there's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff. Now, a lot of the hate I think mainly comes from not their music so much as it is their personalities. I think especially Chad Kroger's got a lot of heat because a lot of his lyrics have been fairly misogynistic and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's where a lot of the hate comes in. And you see it a lot more in albums like Dark Horse, for example.
Oh dude,
That
no,
album
the
was
the
riddled with it. But
no, no, that album may have been riddled with it, but trust me, on Long Road,
oh yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
one song it took to
yeah,
piss everyone off. And
yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah.
it's good.
I know what you're talking about, and it definitely didn't start with Dark Horse, no. But I think at the point that they've released Long Road, that's when they started hitting their height. Like they were just like
Hmm.
so fucking big, and I think honestly it just got to all of their heads, and they felt like they could get away with anything, you know. And then they started writing like really, really questionable shit, and I was like, okay, well, and then Dark Horse came out, and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, guys, pump the brakes a little bit, pump the brakes, chill, 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 chill. And
Yeah.
I think that's when the hate like really, really started like hammering heavy, like really hard.
And I'll just go ahead and say it because most people are just haters in general because Nickelback is successful and
Yeah, yeah,
they don't like
they
they're
became
no talent.
sellouts.
They don't have six or they're not they shouldn't be successful. They suck. No, obviously they fucking don't if they've sold as many albums as they have or
Dude,
been around as long as they have.
Silver Side Up, just about every song on that album was like everywhere. Never Again, How You Remind Me, Too Late. They were all everywhere, dude.
Just four.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Just four. And Where Do I Hide? Where Do I
yeah.
Hide? That was a fucking banger. God, yeah.
It was everywhere. I mean, you couldn't get away from it a lot of the time. But I think I own a physical copy of that CD. I'm pretty sure I do. Could I tell you where it's at?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I have no fucking clue where it's at, but I'm pretty sure I own a physical copy of it somewhere.
Yeah, I was to say I think I bought one over the course of just like through like at a Goodwill
Yeah.
or something, but I remember my buddy Matt, he had one back in the day. And yeah, we wore that fucker out.
Well, I had to burn CDs onto my computer to put on my iPod because my parents wouldn't just buy me a bunch of iTunes cards all the time.
Yeah.
So I would just go through their CD cases and stuff, and that was in there. And I ended up keeping it after iPods were null, and I was able to put all that shit on my phone, you know. But um, yeah, I definitely had a physical copy of it somewhere, and it it got played. It got played a lot.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, number 8.
Or nine? Or
No, 8.
wait, what was your number nine?
Silver Side Up.
Oh, okay.
That's what we
Now
were
I'm
just
on
talking about.
number eight. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. I thought you were saying like it was your number eight. I was
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
think we
no.
missed something here.
No, as in let's now we're talking about Nickelback all the time. Let's go to number 8.
Okay, all right.
Unless your number 8 is Nickelback.
So spoiler alert: Silver Side Up by Nickelback is on this list. So that's one song that came out, or one album that came out on September 11th. The second album that came out on September 11th that we will be talking
I
about
gotta see if it's one of mine. I
is
didn't really look at the dates too much, other than the year.
POD's Satellite.
Okay, okay, that is not on my list.
God, this was another one that was freaking huge, dude. Like,
I remember
Alive.
I remember a lot of the songs being really big, but I personally did not listen to like full albums of theirs, honestly, ever really.
Yeah.
I'd seen POD live one year, but
Yeah, I can't remember when I saw them, but yeah, it was they were okay. It
yeah,
wasn't like I wouldn't pay to go see them because it was just at a festival. But
you'll like this. I seen them with fucking Shinedown actually. I seen them with
oh, nice.
Shinedown, Adelita's Way, Hailstorm. Who the fuck else was there? Oh, Five Finger Death Punch I think was there. It was like Lunatic Luau 11 or some shit like that when I lived in Virginia. I was their
Oh,
the
okay.
local radio station. They held Lunatic Luau, which was like their fucking big radio station festival, and
Okay.
yeah, they were there. Art of Dying, I think, was there. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah. Like
I've seen Art of Dying like 3 fucking times.
I've seen them I think twice. And yeah, both times it was the rock station in Des Moines.
Yeah,
They do Laser Fest. So
yeah.
yeah, that's where I saw that's where I saw POD, I think, was actually at the second Laser Fest I went to.
Laserfest is pretty much the exact same thing as Lunatic Luau. It's like
Yeah.
just their version of it.
Yeah. And oddly enough, most of the bands that you listed off there, yeah, they were at a Laser Fest at some point.
It was
So
probably
yeah.
just the same tour. They just called it a different thing when they got there, you know.
Yeah, they could have, because yeah, I definitely remember Adelita's Way was there, like, because
Yeah,
they were awesome. Art of Dying was awesome. Sucks they didn't really
take
get
off.
bigger.
Yeah.
or just take off to begin with.
I
And
had
then
a
yeah,
couple of Art of Dying songs on my playlists and shit for a while. Sorry, and I'm
yep.
sorry that I left you, dude. So good, man. So good.
God, was it Raining with
Raining, Adam Gontier.
Adam? Yep.
Yeah, dude. I listened to the shit out of that song, dude. Every single time it rains, and nobody fucking gets the reference because nobody knows who Art of Dying is. But I will sing
You
that.
start saying inside it's
Yes. I
raining.
sing it every fucking time it rains, and nobody gets it because they have no fucking clue who Art of Dying is.
Same here.
It's great, dude. I love that. I love
But
that.
anyways, back to POD.
Yeah, go ahead. POD.
Um,
POD was at the
yeah,
shop.
yeah, no, Alive was so fucking big, and
Yep.
that video was freaking awesome because it was like a slow motion car wreck, and the band's just fucking getting it.
Mm.
Boom! I mean, come on,
Oh
the
yeah.
the ping pong freaking matchup,
Yeah.
Youth of the Nation. That was just a
We
really
are.
that was just a really deep, like, hit you in the feels
Yeah.
thing, especially being a kid,
Oh
like
yeah.
being in like eighth grade during this, and yeah, just
I love Youth of the
God,
Nation, dude. Such a good song. Such a good
set
song.
it off, set it off gets me fucking pumped. Like
Yeah.
that's, yeah,
No,
this
they've got some heaters for sure.
it just it sucks because this album was really really good, but then their next album, I believe it came out in 2003, or yeah, it would have had to have been 2003 because it was when the old Walmart was still open. And I remember I was pumped for it because I loved this album, and it was just fucking dog shit. It was just
Oof.
not a good album at all. It had like one good song on it, and I'm pretty sure they actually only put out two singles from that album. And so this, as far as I'm concerned, is where POD peaked, and it was a great peak because
Yeah.
I still go back and listen to this album.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'll go
it,
back and
it
listen to those singles that you listed off. But I just I don't know. I'm just not a big POD guy. But that those songs for sure, dude. Youth of the Nation, dude, is as a jam, dude. It is such a
oh yeah,
fucking jam.
so fucking good.
Shit.
So yeah, POD Satellite number 8.
All right. My number 8 came out on June 5th, 2001 by a band called Drowning Pool. Sinner by Drowning Pool is my number 8.
Honorable mention for me.
Damn. Nice. I figured that'd make your list somewhere, but it's an honorable mention. That's all right. But
Yeah,
dude, I mean, come on now. Bodies tear away. Like, shit. They're fucking
got
good, man. The whole album's
God
good,
damn, I
but
love me.
yeah, god damn, I love me, dude. I love that song so much. It's so
God,
good.
yeah,
I
it's
belt that song every fucking time I hear it, dude. Every single time it's on, I'm singing the shit out of it every time. But
yeah.
yeah, really, that's it. I mean, Sinner by Drowning Pool. What can I say? Bodies is still just everywhere.
It's
It's
just
unfortunately it's the
it.
only song by Drowning Pool that's literally everywhere. But
Yeah, and like with, I think it was 2002 that Dave Williams passed away, had a heart attack.
yeah,
Um, it's sad because like their next album was pretty good. I remember liking that album a lot when it came out because
which one
it
was their
was
next one?
desensitized. It
Oh yeah,
had it had Step Up that was on the Punisher soundtrack.
right.
That album I really liked, and then they got a new singer, which I'm not going to tell you just in case if you don't know, because that singer's band is in my list for this year. I did not vibe with their stuff as much as I really, really fucking wanted to. It was like the radio stuff was okay, but that was literally about it.
Okay.
So it sucks where Drowning Pool ended up going because Sinner was like an amazing debut, and it was just an absolute tragedy what happened with Dave Williams.
Yeah,
I believe it was a heart attack, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know which album you're talking about, but I do know, and this probably is the one because I remember this is a new singer at the time, or new to them anyway. But they're self-titled with Turn So Cold and and all
With
that.
Ryan McCombs, yes,
Yeah,
that's who I'm talking about.
oh shit. Okay, yeah. I don't know his other band, so you don't have to tell me. At least not off the top of my head.
What?
Once you say, I'll probably know. But I don't follow like individual like musicians as much as you do, so I don't know
Oh
off
my
the top of my
god.
head. But
Oh my god.
you'll probably say it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, duh. But it's not clicking
Okay.
with me right now. But
Better fucking hope you do.
dude, I love his voice though. Like that's the thing. Like the songs on the album were cool, and like Turn So Cold and like
Feel like I do.
Feel Like I Do. Yeah, like a lot of those were just really cool sounding songs because his voice is really cool. It's just really unique, you know. But I agree that it's not even like it doesn't hold a candle to Sinner though. Like
Yeah.
at all.
100%.
But yeah, that's my number 8. Sinner.
Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna be kicking it right back to you because my number 7 is Nickelback Silver Side Up, and we've already talked about that album, so take it away.
All right. My number 7 is Lateralis by Tool. May 15th, 2001.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
What? Did I say something else?
No.
Oh, you're
Just go.
You're worried.
Just go.
Oh God, is it your number 7 as well?
Just go.
I mean,
It's not. Just go.
oh okay. Anyway, obviously the Schism in Lateralis and like the whole album's just really cool. It's fucking Tool, you know. It's early Tool. It's sick. I just love it. It is what it is. But I'm not one of those fucking like Tool nerds that have to be obnoxious about it or anything. So I don't have a big geeky moment to talk about it. I just remember listening to the fuck out of this album a lot. That's it. Way more than the other albums on this list, other than Silver Side Up. Probably I listened to a little bit more, but I think personally, as of right now, I like Lateralis by Tool more than Silver Side Up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 7.
Number 7. All right. Okay, number 6. They were gonna make it on here at some point. Weathered by Creed. Yeah. What
Number
I celebrated
number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay.
We're gonna have a lot of fun talking later on.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
November 20th,
Oh
2001.
no! I think I realize what's happening right now.
Yeah, I think we're both pretty bad liars.
Fuck.
Yeah. Shut up, I'm talking. No, I celebrated Creed Miss this year.
Of
Paramount put out one of the best commercials ever with Creed in it.
Oh yeah.
Even though it was Human Clay era Creed, which I guess if I had to pick a Creed album that is my favorite, it would either be My Own Prison or Human Clay. I still love Weathered though. I mean, Bullets is God.
And Bullets is heavy as fuck too. I mean,
Yeah,
people
dude,
don't give Creed enough credit for being as heavy as they were in their early days, dude. Shit's fucking wild.
Yeah, because Creed was getting that like Nickelback hate.
Because they want it, dude. So good, dude.
And one thing I will admit that when this album like was out, and I wasn't like I liked it, but I wasn't like head over heels in love with the album. And I, for whatever reason, I couldn't tell you why, I fucking hated One Last Breath when this album
Really?
originally came out. Yeah, I did not like it. Like I did not come around to that song until like a couple like maybe 2 years ago. I was like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know. It's just hit me differently one day, and then yeah, the rest is history. Because yeah, this album's just a great fucking album. I wish that Creed would have never broke up, because, and this may be controversial to some people, I'm not a big Alter Bridge fan. I've really tried. Like I like a couple of their songs, but the majority of it, I can't. I don't know.
I
And
honestly couldn't even give you the name of an Alter Bridge song. I like a couple of them. I know that. Oh, Blackbird.
Metalingus.
Blackbird is one that I listen to a lot, but that song's a banger regardless of who it's by. It's so fucking good. But
Metalingus. You've like that was on my truck playlist,
okay.
so you
I've
would have
probably
heard
heard
that.
it, yeah. But Blackbird
Yeah.
is one that I know I've actively gone out of my way to add to playlists or like mix CDs and shit that I've done.
Yeah.
Blackbird's really good. It's a damn good song.
Because so the first single that Alter Bridge put out was called "Open Their Eyes" or
Open
"Open
Their
Your Eyes" or
Eyes.
something.
That's another one I
Yeah,
know I've heard before.
that fucking song screams Creed. No one will convince me differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, I remembered listening to it like the very first time, and I was like, "Is this fun? Where's Scott Stapp?" And and so yeah, I wish Creed would have never broke up and then would have just kept going, and then I would have sacrificed Metalingus by Alter Bridge because that song is like amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great wrestling entrance theme, but I want me Creed. I want more Creed, and I know we did get some more Creed in 2009. We'll discuss that later.
Full Circle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Weathered. I don't even need to list the singles off. It's Weathered by Creed. This album's fucking good. If you haven't checked it out, just listen to it. You'll get it. Or you won't.
Believe it or not.
And then piss off.
Dude, my favorite song off the album is probably Who's Got My Back, believe it or not. I mean, I love all of it. Don't get me wrong. The whole album's a banger through and through. But Who's Got My Back is like... I know it's long. I get it. But, dude, his voice just, like, fucking pumps in that song. And I don't know what it is, but...
Who's got my back now?
He hits some fucking... Yeah. And you know what? If he didn't do that weird, like, thing that he does, you know, while he's singing, he probably wouldn't get as much flack as he does. But if you look past that, dude's got a fucking phenomenal voice, dude. Like, an insanely good voice.
Yeah, Scott Stapp, yeah.
And I agree with you. I wish they didn't break up, but I also wish that Scott Stapp just did not end up getting into the stuff that he was getting into to cause them to break up, you know? And that would also be my wish, at least, is just that he didn't get into all the drugs and alcohol and crazy fucking stardom and shit, twinkle in his eyes, whatever the case was, and the religious shit, like, being pushed everywhere. Like, I don't know. But, yeah. Solid. Number 6, though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whatever. No, it's not my number 1. That's not where I'm getting at. That's not my number 1. But I did expect it to be further in your list. I did expect it to be further in your list.
Dude, this year was just packed. I got 10 honorable mentions, man.
I know.
Your turn.
Fuck.
Go.
Anyway.
Go.
All right.
Go.
Number 6. August 28th, 2001. And I know I'm probably going to get some heat for this being above Tool.
Number 6.
And above Nickelback.
Number 6.
Drowning Pool. But it is Come Clean by Puddle of Mud.
I know it came out on August 28th.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. So you be a man and you tell us what it really is.
It's Puddle of Mud. Come Clean. I guarantee. I'm dead.
What?
Dead serious.
Hold on a second. Okay. Go ahead and talk about that.
You got a different one on there?
That subject. Yeah, I've got a different one that came out on on that day. When you find out what it is. Oh God, yeah, it did come out on August 28th. This is an honorable mention of mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. No, of course not. Number fucking 6. Dude, psychotic? Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's why I was getting ready to shit a brick.
No,
like I was like, what?
No. I know what you're saying. We're on the same wavelength. No, Puddle of Mud, Come Clean. Dead ass. I'm dead serious. I can show you right now, but
No, you're good. At first I legit thought you were fucking pulling my leg something fierce.
Yeah, no. Dead ass. Come Clean. Drift and Die. I have on so many fucking playlists. It's not even funny. Control, Blurry, She Hates Me. Come on, dude. The whole fucking album again was like, honestly, had they not gone down the path that they ended up going with Wes being just a complete dude, yeah. He ended up being a dumpster fire. Just like he's always getting arrested. He's always getting into shit that he's not supposed to. But if they would have followed this momentum, I'm gonna put out something possibly controversial, but I'm willing to bet you, had they gone through this momentum continuously, they would have hit Nickelback status, like, easy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No, there's
easy.
like anybody that wants to argue that, all I need to tell you is look and see how high Blurry charted on
Yeah.
the Billboard Hot 100, and look at She Hates Me too. The yeah, no, this album is really really good.
Oh yeah.
And whenever I hear Blurry in particular,
Blurry
I
hits.
think, oh God, it hits. And then
It's so good.
it's one of those songs that I'm so glad that it kind of got a semi-sequel in a later album. Radiate off of, oh God, was it Famous? I
I
think it
think.
was Famous.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. If you haven't listened to that, check it out because you'll hear it at the beginning and it
Okay.
goes throughout the song. But I think of Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 or GameCube because, yeah, that Christmas I got like five things. I got Puddle of Muds Come Clean on CD. I got a fucking controller, a memory card, a GameCube, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. So I was living my best life.
Nice.
Christmas 2001.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, dude, I listen to this quite often. I love this album a lot, and I got to see these guys live, and it was at a fucking small bar. It was really cool, and this was back in 2016, 2017 probably. And when they started playing Blurry, dude, I was just like, take me. Just take me. I can die happy. I got to see them play Blurry live. It was fucking great. And then, like, 2 days later, Wes got arrested at the airport for, like, swinging at a cop or some shit like that. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Sounds about right.
But,
Sounds about right.
doesn't matter. I got to see him anyway. I was probably a little intoxicated, but, dude, as I am at most of the shows I go to, it was so fucking good. And, they're just really charismatic dudes, at least at the show I was at. They were really chill, surprisingly. They were all drunk or high or something, but for sure it played phenomenally. They played really good at the show that I seen them at. I know that probably can't be said for a lot of their shows. I've seen some live performances where they kind of take a dump and shit, but
We've all seen the frickin' the About a Girl cover, and
yeah,
what
yeah,
like because so this may be controversial, but you know that cover is like one of the worst, if not, well, actually, I'll say it's the second worst cover of all time, comfortably. Because number one's MGK's Aerials, because that's just bad, like
that was
no
rough.
redeeming qualities. The About a Girl cover is so bad it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
But it's sad to sit and think about, like, because yeah, Come Clean was a fucking just an awesome
yeah.
album.
If they
And then
continued that
we,
momentum, dude.
yeah, but then what happened? So we go from Come Clean to the About a Girl cover.
Yeah,
Like, oh God, this band went in the wrong fucking direction.
yeah.
Like, hard.
It sucks because, I mean, dude, like I said, I have Drift and Die actually on my. I think I've mentioned this in a couple of other episodes, but my random mess volumes that I have on Spotify, they're just random
Yeah.
fucking just completely left field songs just jumbled up together, usually between like 5 and 10 hours worth of stuff. I think my longest one was like 12 hours or something, but in my most recent one I made, volume Random Mess Volume 6. Wow, I spaced out. Drift and Die is on there, and I've been listening to that in my Random Mess Volume 6, and it's good shit, dude. I fucking love it. Such a good song.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, sorry, Wes, man. You need it. I'm glad you're probably in a better place now, but I wish you would have got your shit together sooner so we could get some more fucking Come Clean material, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Because yeah, everything that followed, like that hardcore is their peak. Like they,
Yeah.
yeah, it's sad.
Yep. But anyway, that is my number 6.
Okay. All right. Number 5, released August 27th of 2001, is Deep Shadows and Brilliant Highlights by him.
Okay.
Another band Well, actually, no. Like literally, they were in my 2000 list, and I'll say the exact same thing I said then. This band is like a time and place thing. I feel if you don't listen to it as a slightly depressed or emo teenager, you're not gonna get it later on, and you're not gonna get your foot in the doorway. So that way, like I could still blare this stuff and not like be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Um, because it's I don't know how to like I'm just basing off of how I used to look at it because I was like, God, this is awful. But then one day it just clicked and I love it. But this album, I'll say, is a little more. It's definitely lighter in tone. Some songs even have more of kind of a poppiness to them compared to what was on Razorblade Romance. But like salt in our wounds, heartache every moment, enjoy and sorrow, please don't let it go, pretending, don't close your heart, close to the flame. Like this album, it's one of my favorite hymn albums. And so like when you were asking me last time, like what would be the album? Like I think I said it would either be the three, or maybe I only said two, because I know I said Dark Light was one of them, but I got to go back and say this is. I don't know which would be a good album to have to introduce you into him first, whether it be Razorblade or Deep Shadows, because like I said, this has got like a pop, like not like hardcore poppier tone or anything like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah,
could
yeah.
just tell it's down a little bit from where Razorblade was. So
I got
this
you.
could be a good entrance to him as well.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
Billy.
was I was a slightly depressed slash emo teenager at one point. I definitely went through that stage of my life, so maybe I'll have like a little twinkle of it still lingering
I
in
was
my head.
maybe I like I hope you do. I hope you do because yeah, like they're a great band, and obviously I don't think I mentioned Bam Margera at all in the last one, but yeah, everybody back in the day with their heartograms,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're like, yes, it's Bam symbol,
One of
and
my
even
one of my supervisors at my very first job that I ever had, he had a heartogram tattoo on his forearm or something like right here. I
nice.
distinctly remember that. Like, Brian, shout out. I don't know if you're watching this. I know you still follow me on Facebook and Instagram and shit, but I haven't talked to you in forever. You should message me sometime. But yeah, shout out to Brian. Easily one of my favorite supervisors I've ever had in my life. Dude is fucking
Fuck you.
hilarious. He was always. I said one of. I said one of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you doing a podcast with him? No, you're
No.
not.
Honestly, dude, you and Brian would get along very well. I think you guys would definitely hit it off pretty well. I can see
Well,
it.
yeah, it sounds if he likes him, that gives us somewhere to grow and
Yeah.
start from. So
But you,
yeah,
at the same time, though, you guys are like exact opposites in certain ways. Though it's wild to think about that now. Holy shit! Like I don't know, you guys would definitely track on some stuff, but you guys have a lot of the same like similar sensitive humor and shit. Definitely the same music and taste as well.
yeah.
But yeah, no, Brian's really cool, and I remember he had that, and I think he may have even had a heartogram belt buckle that he wore.
I've got a tattoo. I've got a tattoo on the outside of my left leg
Yeah,
of
I've
a
seen that.
heartogram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say he had a
So
belt buckle because we had to wear like khakis and our shirts tucked in and shit, so we always had belts on and stuff. And I almost distinctly remember him having a belt buckle, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and see. I don't know.
I know I had a chain wallet back in the day that
I had a
had the.
I had a bullet from my Valentine chain wallet.
I mean, I'm still like I'm rocking a ghost chain wallet right now.
Nice.
Like everyone's like, "Well, why are you rocking a chain wallet? Do you think it looks cool?" It's like, no, I lose my fucking wallet
Yeah.
all the time, so I have to have it attached to me, or else I'm gonna lose it and freak the fuck out. Like,
I remember when I went to the Uproar Fest, the Mayhem Energy Drink Uproar Fest, or Rockstar Energy Drink. Sorry, they made me take my chain off before I went
yeah,
before I entered. They forced me to take. It's the first show I'd ever been to where they did not allow you to have chains on your wallet. They told me to take it off. I was like, God damn! So I had to go back to the fucking gate to get my chain before we left. Uh, Luckily, it was before I was drinking at all. I was way too young to drink, but so I wasn't plastered, so that was a lot easier to find the gate. But
yeah.
but yeah, I had a bullet from a Valentine one. Currently, I'm rocking my World of Warcraft wallet because I'm a fucking nerd. No chain though.
Also, Also had a Horde chain wallet back in the day.
Mine doesn't have
It's
a
still
chain.
floating around here somewhere.
Mine never had a chain, but I did see a couple of them with chains the day that I bought that one, which would have been years ago, back at Hastings, I think. Was that a thing? Is that the name of the place that got closed down?
Hastings. I've never even heard of that.
Hastings. You should have heard of that if you lived in the Midwest. Let me
No.
see, because maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got nothing on that. I haven't heard of that unless if it's like a big city mall store. Because yeah, we don't have those around here.
It was
Because
like
all
it's
the
pretty
mall.
much like a FYE. It was pretty much like that, but
Oh, dude, the only things like that that been around here was like Sam Goody, Disc Jockey, FYE, and On Q.
yeah,
Those are the only ones I remember like that.
Hastings closed all remaining stores by the end of October 2016, which checks out because it would have been 2016, probably the summer of 2016 that I got that Horde wallet at Hastings with my buddy Matt. Shout out Matt if
Yeah.
you're watching this. Really, you've never heard of a Hastings? That's weird because
No. That's why I said unless if it's like a yeah, no.
really
That does yeah.
interesting. It's pretty much just an FYE, but it's just a different store. They had like books and
FY,
games and all kinds of shit like
FYE
that.
kicks ass. I miss
Yeah,
FYE.
same.
Okay.
Big same.
Yeah.
Oh shit, what number are we on?
5.
My camera's out of focus. Sorry guys. Number 5, I've got May 8th, 2001, Break the Cycle by Stained.
Honorable.
Nice. I knew it was going to be on your list somewhere, but I wasn't sure if you'd have it in your list or not. But yeah, it's been a while for you outside. Actually, I think all 3 of those are in my random mess playlists. Number 6 that I have, at least outside and for you are in it. But yeah, Suffer. I mean,
Fade.
it's a banger, dude.
Freaking yeah.
Banger album. Love it.
No, whenever I think of this album, and it popped in my head earlier when I was putting my honorable mentions together. One of my buddies from high school, back in the day, he would never admit it, but everybody, like even like he was obsessed with Stained, like hardcore. Seventh, eighth grade, nothing but Stained. Stained was it for him, which that's fine. Thing is, he always gave me shit for being all about Guns N' Roses, but then I was like, dude, you're literally the exact same way with Stained. What the fuck? He's like, I'm not obsessed with Stained, but then even like a couple years later, his best friend, like the 3 of us were talking, and then said buddy walked off, and then he's like, dude, you want to guess what CD's in his truck right now? I was like, yeah, I fucking know because I'm right. But all joking aside, my he did pass away in October of 2013. So he was a good dude. So whenever I say that, it's not, or whenever I think of that, it's not in a negative sense like we were fighting because we never fought or anything. It was
Right.
just he was a good dude, and I miss him. And R.I.P. Kane, you were awesome.
R.I.P.
Stained for you.
Hope you're listening to some Stained in the Afterlife, buddy.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Probably by the sound of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my number 5, Break the Cycle by Stained.
Okay. All right. Number 4. This album was released on September 11th. This is the final of the 3 that I found. And it is Scars by Soil.
Okay.
Ryan McCombs' band.
Oh, Soil, duh. Fuck me, dude. I knew that.
Yeah, I was
Fucking
gonna say now you know why I was like, what?
yeah, dude. I don't know. There's very, as far as like people that follow specific artists that belong to certain bands and shit. I do that, but only with the bands that I listen to a lot. And I know it's probably a lot more than most people, sure, but it's not as much as my music nerd friends, Like I'm in the music nerd category, sure, but I'm at the bottom of that category, Like entry level music nerd, you know, and then there's the normies.
Yeah. But no,
Why is
this
my camera not
album
focusing?
this album was big in my school. Like it wasn't until the next year, but like I remember our run out theme for 2002, 2003 for our varsity basketball team was Halo by Soil. Fun fact, this album was actually recorded in Chicago, so in state. That's awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, like Breaking Me Down, Halo, Unreal, Need to Feel, The One, Black Seven, Why, like, oh, dude, it's once again I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Creed. It sucks that after Soil's next album, Ryan McCombs left.
Yeah.
And I'll be 100% honest with you. I never even gave Soil a chance after McCombs left.
Yeah.
But when McCombs came back for Hole in 2013, I was all fucking for it. But Ryan McCombs, like you were saying earlier, he has such a unique voice,
Yeah.
and it really just accentuates the heaviness
Yeah.
with everything. And
It's just so fucking
goddamn,
gritty, dude. It's just gritty as shit, and I love it. Like
I'm
he
still
could sing
pissed.
some fucking Western music, dude, and it would sound sick as shit.
Oh, dude, yeah. Freaking, I'm still pissed to this day because like the first like real, or like I guess I should say the first like bar or club show I went to, it was supposed to be Shinedown and Soil back in 2004.
Nice.
So Shinedown would have been touring Leave a Whisper, and Soil would have been touring Redefined.
Dude, if I could have seen
Which,
Shinedown during Leave a Whisper, man, holy
dude,
shit.
and it was in a bar that like no lie you could hold like a maximum of 300 people too.
Yeah,
Like,
I will have.
so, but anyways, Soil was supposed to be there because I did not know who Shinedown was at the time. And the tickets were $10 to go. It was in Columbia, Missouri at the Blue Note, which is an amazing venue to see any band at. It's Trivium, Breaking Benjamin, Papa Roach. I'm trying to think of who else I've seen there. Theory of a Dead Man, Shinedown, Kill Switch, Seven Dust. They get a lot, well, not so much lately, but they do get like the bigger bands. And yeah, the whole reason I was going is like, all right, I fucking love Soil. I'm down for this. But then by the time we got there, Soil like canceled, so then Shinedown had to like do a double set basically. So they played like the whole Leave a Whisper album, and they even played like Simple Man before it was out on radio or anything, because 45 was just kind of blowing up at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, god damn, you want to talk about a good fucking show. Like I was a Shinedown fan after, because yeah, but Soil, I can't say enough about them. I wish they would continue to put out music, but unfortunately, like Ryan McCombs had a stroke at one point in time, and Soil, as far as I know, haven't even put anything out since 2013's Hole, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Soil number 4.
Nice. Speaking of Simple Man by Shinedown, when I was in my band, we covered it at the very first show we ever played. It's the only show we played it at, I'm pretty sure. And I fucked it up. I sang one of I think I sang the third verse second, and the second verse third on accident.
Oh man, as long as you Brent Smith it, you can fucking sing the wrong notes and you're gonna be okay with it, you know?
Yeah, I did my best, and everybody seemed to like it, so it is what it is. As long as everybody's having fun, I don't give a shit.
That's ultimately all that matters.
Yeah, and I'm sure I can probably give a lot of credit to the alcohol in the room, but still.
It was liquid courage.
I was like 17 years old, man. Just let me have my fun. All right, I was doing my best. Actually, I was probably 16. I don't think I was even 17 when I was doing that. So yeah, it was rough, but I did my best. Anyway.
Okay. What is it?
Number 4. You're not gonna probably know this one because it's way left field for what we've been talking about, but
okay.
July 9th, 2001, Insiphirum by Insiphirum, their self-titled album, again, along with Scar Cemetery and Opeth and those bands that I have mentioned multiple times, especially to you. I'm sure I've talked about it a lot, but Ensiferum is a band that, dude, I listen to all the time. Matter of fact, back in January, early January, before I had gotten, unfortunately, let go from my job, I was still delivering and shit for Amazon. This album and their other earlier albums before they released, I think before they released One Man Army, all the albums before that, including their Dragon Heads EP, I had on repeat, dude. I was listening to it while I was delivering packages and shit. Had them blast into my van, dude. I fucking love these guys so much. And honestly, all their music's really fun. It's really good. A lot of it does have, like, more of the same elements to it, you know, unfortunately. But I think it's because I started listening to it so early that I just don't care. I love it, and I will always love it. And I always get into Ensiferum moods. But Little Dreamer, Wind Rider, Treacherous Gods, dude, awesome songs. Goblin Dance, Hero in a Dream, Token of Time, they're all fucking bangers. And dude, it's good stuff. If you like Viking metal, folk metal, anything like that, if you're into like Amon Amarth or Elvide, trying to think of like the bigger names, Tyr maybe is a big one, Ailstorm, but without the funniness, the joking kind of funniness of Ailstorm. They're fun. If you like Viking metal and stuff, they have a... Oh, as a matter of fact, I want to say the song, or the album Victory Songs by them, and this goes back to our previous video of the movie soundtracks, when I mentioned Conan the Barbarian. Victory Songs just has a very, like, Victory Song, or Conan the Barbarian sound to it, and they incorporate metal as well as that. So Conan the Barbarian music, metal, it's beautiful. It's good stuff. And I eat it up.
Nice little pairing.
Oh yeah, it's good shit, dude. Folk metal, melodic death metal, whatever you want to call it. Even some power metal stuff in there too. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, Ensiferum's self-titled album is my number 4.
Okay.
Now we're getting into the the good stuff. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, we're in our top 3s, so every album is good, obviously.
Hopefully.
Not that we've had any bad albums, of course. But...
Yeah, no, I don't think we've had any listed that I'm just like, really, Derek? What the fuck?
No, that comes in like 2004.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
But yeah, my number 3 came out on August 28th, 2001. It's Iowa by Slipknot.
Number 3?
Number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Hey, number 3. It's still good. It's still good. I'm not even gonna spend a bunch of time gushing over it because we've already discussed this for, God, I think it was just about 45 minutes. Just this album alone and how awesome it is. So I'm just gonna make this quick.
Go check out our Iowa discussion with Toby.
Our Slipknot discussion.
Yep, we got a whole chapter just Slipknot.
Yeah, and we don't even... It's not just Iowa. It's literally a complete overview of everything that they have done, and even our top 10 favorite songs by them, and albums ranked, too.
I think we even did a favorite mask lineup, too, didn't we?
I think Toby did.
Or we discussed it anyway. I don't think... Maybe we didn't do it officially, but...
Yeah, I don't know if we did that one officially. I can't remember.
But yeah.
But
good thing, and we did cover a lot of Iowa.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say people equals shit, disaster, peace, my plague, left behind. All right, and on to you.
Yeah. My number 3 came out November 20th, 2001. It is Weathered by Creed. Man, I was really thinking yours would be way higher in your list, but yeah, we don't have to talk about it too much because we already discussed it. But I will say, because you mentioned Human Clay and My Own Prison as your top contenders for favorite Creed albums, this one is my favorite Creed album, hands down, easy, no questions asked. I have listened to this album more times than I care to admit. My parents had this album physically, and it was one of the first ones that I was like the album artwork was just weird and trippy as shit to me. So I was like, dude, I want to hear what this sounds like. And dude, we listened to this shit on car rides and fucking road trips and stuff so many goddamn times. It's not even funny. And as I already discussed, Who's Got My Back, banger song. This song Weathered is really good. Bullet's really good. Just good stuff, man. Good stuff all around. Fuck all you Creed haters out there. You guys are wrong.
Yeah. One thing I forgot.
It's okay to be wrong, but you're wrong nonetheless.
Yeah, you're wrong. Period. One thing I forgot to mention about this album. So my cousin, like this album came out in November 2021. My cousin Josh, he passed away in an ATV accident in, I believe it was either February or March of 2002. And on his gravestone, he actually has the first verse and the first chorus of My Sacrifice etched into his stone. So yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
He was a huge fucking Creed fan.
That's fucking sick, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. R.I.P. Josh.
R.I.P. Josh. Man, we're doing a lot of R.I.P.s tonight.
And it's me. I'm the one that keeps bringing it up.
Oh,
I
no.
need to stop.
It's good though. It's good. Always good to shout out some good stuff like that.
But okay,
that's cool.
You ready? Top two.
Top two. What you got?
Top two.
All right. It can't be
Number
Iowa,
two.
which I'm like, man, dude.
Number two.
All right, what you got?
Toby's gonna be pumped about this one. Machine by Static X.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh, dude, I fucking love this album.
I'm just not I'm not really a giant Static X fan. Like I'll listen to them and shit, but they've never just been in my like focal point. They've been in my peripherals, sure, but that's why I didn't think about them being in your list. But now that you said it, I was like, okay, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. No, this album back in the day, Jamie was burning the CDs, and yeah. He burnt me. And there was at least one I know. I remember it had Black and White and Cold on there because that was the big thing. But then when I was older and was able to eventually buy the album, fucking Get to the Gone with Bienvenidos. The intro, it's perfect. Get to the oh wait, whoops, I already said that. This Is Not. That's what I meant to say. This Is Not. Fucking banger. Shit. There's a song called Shit in a Bag. All right. I remember watching an interview back in the day. Like I think it was on like Much Music, and I think it was Uranium, and I can't remember the chick's name that was interviewing Wayne Static, but she was even talking about that. He's just like, yeah, when you're on the tour bus, you literally have to put a bag in there, take a shit, tie it up, throw it out, or else the whole tour bus is gonna reek like fucking shit.
Fuck that.
The stuff they go through to fucking just keep to entertain us.
Yeah.
I would still say though probably my favorite song on the album is Machine, because it is just like industrial as fuck, and God, it is heavy, and just I love it. This is one of those albums that like I grew to appreciate later. Because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I right out of the gate, I loved Black and White and Cold. But then as I got older, I grew more of an appreciation for Static X. And then, which actually, a couple weeks after that Shinedown show, I was supposed to go see Static X at the Blue Note. But I unfortunately had to work and then wasn't able to go to that one. Which sucks because, Wayne died, I can't remember exactly when Wayne Static passed, but R.I.P. to him too, since we're throwing him out like parade candy. But I did get to see Static X with A Diesel Dope as Zero on the Rob Zombie and Mudvayne tour in 2021, and holy fuck, I had like no expectations for it because I was like, it's not Static X, it's not Wayne. Fuck, it was close enough. They were awesome. They were better than Mudvayne, and I fucking love Mudvayne. Like that was the whole reason I went. But Static X put on a fucking just killer goddamn set, and yeah, I wish they would have played more off of this album, of course, because this is my favorite Static X album. But beggars can't be choosers, and I still got to partake in a banger ass fucking show.
Nice.
But yeah. So number two, Machine by Static X.
Nice. Yeah, I'm blanking on the song, but I remember there was one song I remember having on a couple of my CDs that I burned back in the day by Static X, and it's like I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the song. I don't even know what album it was off of, but I remember that song was on a couple of my CDs.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll think of it at some point. But anyway, my number two came out September 4th, 2001. It is Toxicity by System of a Down.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Toxicity by System of a Down is my number two. And, dude, it was hard. It was hard because this album's damn good. And I was bouncing around with this one being my number one. I'm not going to lie. But, holy shit, dude. Chop Suey, fucking Prison Song, ATWA, like, fuck, dude. The whole thing, Toxicity, Aerials. Aerials is probably one of my favorite songs of all time, at least in my top 50. Which is, I mean, that obviously that's a lot of songs, but that's staying a lot because I listen to a lot of music. So, Aerials is just such a banger song. And speaking of covers of it, and I did mention Amon Amarth earlier. Amon Amarth did a cover of Aerials, and it sounds fucking sick. Never will ever take the place of the original in my heart, of course, but it pays homage to the song very well. And Amon Amarth did it in their own style, but still made it fucking awesome. And yeah, just such a good song. I recently watched a video. Somebody swapped Surge and Darren's voice lines in Chop Suey. So all of Darren's parts are Surge's parts, and all of Surge's parts are Darren's parts. And it just sounds weird as shit, dude. It just does not sound right. It doesn't sound right. I hate all of it. It was cool to see, like, or it was cool to hear, but definitely don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Not that Darren's not a great vocalist, because he is, but Surge kind of, like, he is the voice of a lot of the songs, you know, like, that's just kind of how it is, but at least the way they pair them up, anyway. But yeah, I could go on and on about it. Toxicity, such a banger. Honestly, it's probably one of the most important albums in, like, the genre of nu metal, like, easily. Culturally, it's very significant.
Yeah. No, it is.
It's just wild, dude. Love it. I love it to death.
Ready for controversy?
Maybe.
So I had a realization a couple months ago, and I was like, God damn, I never fully realized this. But I'm going to go ahead and preface this. Like, Spiders, Chop Suey, Aerials, all fucking awesome. And then I love the Mesmerize album, but I just don't like System of a Down all that much.
Ooh.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I understand what you're saying, and you're not lying. Like, that album was very, very important for nu metal and just rock metal in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, Mesmerize is the only album by them that I love, like, top to bottom. The rest of it, like, I fucking hated Hypnotize. Steal This Album, didn't like it either. Toxicity, I like 2 songs on Toxicity, and I listed them off. Same with
really.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Interesting.
I realize I don't really like System of a Down.
Their song structure is very acquired. It's a very acquired taste, I think, and I know a lot of people that share that sentiment with you, to be honest with you. But I mean, except for specifically, if you're into nu metal and that's like your genre that you focus on, you know, you probably like System of a Down. But
dude, I literally grew up with all of it as it was coming out. I still like it. Just never fucking. It never fucking did it for me. Like, I mean, outside of the songs that I listed, because I remember hearing Chop Suey like every day back in the day, and you know that it's a great song. I'm not gonna say it's not, but the rest of the stuff I just don't fucking care about. Outside of the brief little sampling that I like of them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. There's the only thing I can logically come up with. doesn't hit for me, and I'll listen to something else like 10 times out of 10.
Do you like Lonely Day?
No, I fucking hate Lonely Day.
Really?
I'm not joking. I fucking hated Hypnotize. I was
Damn.
I was pissed because, like I said, I loved Mesmerize. I was like, hey, it's finally clicking. I'm liking it. And then I remember going to the Target in Burlington, I think it was November 20th, 2005, waited outside all night to get an Xbox 360. And then I was like, oh shit, Hypnotize came out too. Let's pick that up as well.
Hmm.
Listen to it, and I was like, what? Like, nothing. Did
Interesting.
not. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't listen to like I think if I'm listening to System of a Down, their standout songs, like their radio songs and shit, are usually the one that I grab or ones that I gravitate to, like for the most part. But I definitely like a larger sampling than you just listed, and the entirety of Toxicity is in there. It's probably my favorite System of a Down album, like easy. But
Yeah.
as well as several of the singles and like hits and shit off of their other albums. I'm not like a giant System of a Down fan. Don't get me wrong, but this album in particular, like I love it. I love this album in particular. It's
Yeah.
very fucking good.
No, I wish I didn't hate it or well, not hate it, but just not like it.
Yeah,
Um, I wish I liked it because, I don't wake up in the morning and say like, I want to fucking hate this. I'm gonna hate this. No, I don't want to hate anything.
right.
But it, it just didn't do it for me.
Interesting. That's very interesting. But
But
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm
so
not gonna rip on you for it.
now we're at the honorable mentions.
Yes, we are.
Do you want to go first with your five, or do you want me to go with my 10? Because I've already listed some of my 10 off.
I actually have six. I miscounted. I wasn't scrolled up all the way, but I did mention to Take Off Your Pants and Jacket by Blink 182, Tenacious D, The Crusher by Amon Amarth, Hoobastank by Hoobastank.
I forgot that one. So 11 honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
it's on there. Animosity by Seven Dust, mainly just because
Yep.
out of all of the Seven Dust albums, it's not my favorite, honestly, but it is still a banger. I'll listen to it still. Um, and Sounding the Seventh Trumpet and Warmness on the Soul by Avenged Sevenfold. Both came out
Warmness
in
on the
2001.
Warmness on the Soul was an EP.
Is it? Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I figured I'd put it on honorable mentions anyway, but because I was already
Yeah.
talking about Sounding the Seventh Trumpet, but
Oh.
it wouldn't have made my
Okay.
list regardless.
Yeah.
But
No, it sounds bad. Like that's I need to go through and re-listen to that album, but I remember just not liking it because
Sounding the Seventh Trumpet
I
is rough.
yeah.
I put it on my
Like
honorable mentions mainly because I fucking love Avenged Sevenfold.
yeah.
And if it wasn't for Avenged Sevenfold, I probably wouldn't have gotten into as much of the metalcore kind of shit that I got into, like Bullet for My Valentine, Killswitch Engage. Like Avenged Sevenfold was one of those first bands that I was just like really fucking got me into that genre of music. So
So, since you brought up Avenged, I have a question for you. See if this is the same for you, because I don't think it is. I find it harder to go back and listen to a band like if I've just gotten on the bandwagon, we'll go ahead and say it, at like the third or fourth album in, just because like the production quality is much higher on the newer releases, and then like yeah, you go back to like a debut and it's just rougher and much more gritty than like other stuff. Do you have that problem as well? Because like I think that's a problem I have. Like, so I can't think of a band that'd be a good enough example, but like just like their third album came out, you're into it, and then you try to go back and listen to the other works, and then it just it doesn't hit, which that's Sounding the Seventh Trumpet for me. I love Waking the Fallen, like because that's about when what got me into Avenge, because I
yeah,
wasn't big on City of Evil, and then one of my buddies played me Waking the Fallen, and I was like, okay, I can fuck with this, and then that kind of unlocked the next level which then I was like, okay, I can get down with City of Evil, but I could just never really dig Sounding the Seventh Trumpet.
I will say this. As far as Avenged Sevenfold goes, I can't really say because I got into him pretty early. So,
Okay.
I can't really say. But I can say for Trivium, that is not the case because I didn't get into Trivium like really heavy until Vengeance Falls. Like
You see,
that's how late I was in Trivium. And Trivium's one of my favorite bands, and one of my favorite albums of all time is Ascendancy.
yeah.
And Shogun. Like Shogun and Ascendancy are both like in my top fucking 20 albums probably of all time. I fucking love them. And I didn't start listening to Trivium until Vengeance Falls. Like really listening to Trivium.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I got my foot in the door with Ascendancy, and then was a fan when Crusade came out, and then Shogun blew Crusade out the fucking
Oh
water.
yeah.
But yeah, still like Ember to Inferno, like I find it harder to go back and listen to.
Ember to Inferno is
Just
kind of weird though. Like
yeah,
you gotta think they were all kids, dude. They were all fucking kids doing their best. Same with Sounding the Seventh Trumpet. Like they're a bunch of fucking kids, dude, and they're like very first thing that they ever recorded. Yeah, it's gonna sound pretty fucking rough. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't ever chomp at the bit to go listen to Sounding the Seventh Trumpet. I mainly put it on here just as a shout out to Avenged Sevenfold. Like, do I ever go back to listen to this album? No, not really. It's in an honorable mention spot mainly just because Avenged Sevenfold is. If I can talk about Avenged Sevenfold, I'm going to. Period. Because they have done so much for me as far as like my upbringing goes in music. That I could not be more grateful if I tried. So shouting out the starting point of it, as rough as it fucking is. Same with whenever we talk about Trivium. Like obviously we got to give some credit to Ember to Inferno because that's where it started, man.
yeah,
It's not my go-to. Honestly, it's probably my least favorite Trivium album. Not gonna lie, but
yeah,
gotta give them credit for it because that's where they started. It's good shit.
yeah.
It's good shit.
No, 100%. All right. So, as you mentioned, Hoobastank, which I did forget to write down. So I had 11 honorable mentions. That tells you something.
By Hoobastank.
Yeah, this tells you something about this year. I mean, just the sheer amount of just
Oh yeah.
good.
It was a chore to go through this list because I looked up a list of albums released this year, and dude, I was scrolling for a while, dude.
Yeah, it was a good year.
Yeah.
But so we've got Life by Dope,
Okay.
Sinner by Drowning Pool, which was already mentioned. All Killer, No Filler, Sum 41. That was big and inescapable during that time period. Animosity by Seven Dust, which you mentioned. I would say it's probably like my third or fourth favorite Seven Dust album.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger. It's just
yeah,
not the one I like gravitate to.
yeah, like
it's good.
I know everybody goes to praise, but it's like, man, Live Again is my fucking jam off of that album.
No, I feel you.
Every 6 Seconds by Saliva. Carnival Diablos by Annihilator, which has The Rush on it. And if you've never heard that song, do yourself a favor. Right. The Fallout by Default. Come Clean by Puddle of Mud. Break the Cycle by Stained. And Edema by Edema.
Interesting.
I completely forgot Edema put out an album around this time. And wait, hold on a second. I just literally thought of something. I need to check because I may have missed another one. Because I'm thinking back to my mixed CDs from Jamie. Shout out to Jamie. You're awesome, even though you're kind of a douche. Okay, no, never mind. It came out in 2000. So I missed an honorable mention for 2000. But
Which was?
Union Underground and Education and Rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah. South Texas Death Ride.
Man, what the fuck is your number one then? What the fuck?
My number one, and possibly the best album of the decade that you got wrong.
Yeah.
Lateralis by Tool. How dare you put them at 7?
Because my number one spot is the correct number one.
I know what your number 1 is. We've eliminated everything else. We've already talked about that. Lateralis is just a fucking god. It is an experience of an album. Fucking The Grudge?
You're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, no, like okay. After this uploads, watch my face when you say what number Tool is, and then just watch my expression throughout you talking. Because obviously you weren't when you were talking.
Damn it.
But I mean, come on. The Grudge, freaking Parable, Parabola, Schism, freaking Ticks and Leeches, Lateralis. Like, God, this album is just amazing and mind-bending.
It is.
I mean, okay, and I got this one thing pulled up that I am going to read, because if I don't read it specifically, I'm gonna fucking boof it. So this is off of Lateralis's album page on Wikipedia. The title track Lateralis incorporates the Fibonacci sequence. The theme of the song.
Christ, you fucking nerd, dude. God, that's what I was talking about with fucking Tool nerds bringing up the fucking Fibonacci sequence and shit.
Yeah. The theme of the song describes the desire of humans to explore and expand for more knowledge and a deeper understanding of everything. The lyrics spiral out refer to this desire and also to the Fibonacci spiral, which is formed by creating and arranging squares for each number in the sequences of 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 pattern, and drawing a curve that connects the two corners of each square. This would allow,
I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the nuts.
Why? It's fucking Tool, dude. Like, come on.
Have you never seen fucking Jared Dines or anybody, like any metal YouTuber that's talked about Tool before?
No, I've actually never seen Jared Dines talking about Tool.
Dude, Jared Dines, Finn McKenty, every single time Finn McKenty from Punk Rock MBA brings up Tool or brings up Tool fans, he mentions just how much of a fucking nerd they are about the Fibonacci sequence and how that was, like, you know, some fucking renowned, profound thing that they did and shit, which is cool. I'm not even denying that, but it's more so the zealousy, the more like the just fucking crazed that Tool fans get, you know. And I'm not saying you are, but like that.
Oh, I love Tool.
People get fucking psychotic about Tool, and it's like their whole personality, and it's fucking wild. It's wild.
Tool is legit my third favorite band. Like, I love Tool.
I love Tool. I love Tool, but not like that.
But you called me a nerd. Like,
you are.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say to that. Like, when you're like, oh, everybody in the Fibonacci sequence, and then yes, this, I get it. Show me other musicians that are doing this.
They don't.
This down to the minute detail of just nobody's doing it because they are not as good. Fucking Danny Carey is one of the best, if not the best drummer alive.
Oh, dude, he's one of my favorite drummers of all time. I'm not denying that
at
all. They're phenomenal
and
musicians. They're great. But
have you seen Tool live?
No, I never got a chance to.
Okay. Have you seen God?
A couple times.
Because I found God at Tool, right? Which was actually... What year is it? Yeah, I would have seen them 8 years ago, like a couple weeks back. 8 years. And I mean, it was a religious experience. And then we got $95 worth of White Castle between three dudes afterwards. Just fucking epic, mind-blowing, and about as perfect as you can get.
Are they still touring? Or they stopped touring again?
No, I'm pretty sure they're still touring.
I remember when their most recent album came out, probably the cycle that you fucking went to see him at. But
no, it was back in 2016 before Fear Inoculum even came out.
Oh, okay.
Like they played.
I remember them coming out with Fear Inoculum and like everybody's blowing their fucking minds about it and shit. And
yeah, I was one of them.
Dude, I loved it. I had that album on repeat for like a week. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, Fear Inoculum was like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to have to wait 13 years for more Tool,
Yeah.
but I felt satisfied after listening to it. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully it don't take that long
Oh yeah,
for
that would fucking
follow up.
suck.
But yeah, Lateralis by Tool, the number one album of the 2000s. I mean, sorry, 2001. All right, go ahead.
Yikes. Well, my
Talk
number
about
one
it.
is the actual number one, and that is Iowa by Slipknot. Was the album of 2001, hands down. Hands down.
Oh.
Fucking.
I'm sorry. It was Tool, dude. It's Tool. You will never convince me otherwise. I love Iowa. I love Machine by Static X. There was no real, and I'm sorry, this is gonna sound shitty, and I don't mean it that way because it's fucking Tool. There was no fucking competition for this. Tool.
Oh, yikes, man. All right.
Shit, Guns N' Roses could have put out their literal best album the same year as Lateralis. Lateralis would still be number one. So, and you know I hold Guns N' Roses into a higher regard than I do Slipknot.
Oh, man. I guess. I get it. But, nah, dude. Iowa by Slipknot just fucking... I listened to it more. Like, a lot more. A lot more. Like, a landslide more. And that was really, like, the biggest thing separating this album from Toxicity for me. Was just the amount of times I've listened to it. The amount of stuff it's done for metal. The amount of praise it's gotten within the music scene. Like, it's wild. It's good stuff. But
yeah,
obviously, I don't need to talk about Iowa too much, because as we already discussed, go check out our fucking Slipknot video. We talk about it plenty in that video.
Oh, we go very in depth, and it is a great album. I'm not gonna knock it down. Like I said, it was my number 3. So
maybe we'll have to do a fucking Tool album versus.
A Tool album versus? Oh fuck.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Who do you love more, your wife or your son? I know what I'm supposed to say, but I'm a dick either way. I don't know.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot easier for me, I think, than for you. But we could do it.
Like you could. Yeah. Well, I'll have to look into it and see if I can find what matches up perfectly, and then yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
we'll have to do a
that'd be
fucking
rough.
Slipknot album versus too. It'd also be pretty cool.
Oh, dude, yeah, that'd be fucking fun.
Man,
Now I gotta start doing some research.
Fucking Tool. Number 1.
Tool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I'm that adamant fucking nerd that isn't backing down. It's number 1. It's number 1.
Oh man, now you need to go look up some fucking YouTube videos of people roasting Tool fans now, because they're fucking hilarious, and you'll probably find them funny too, to be honest with you. But
well, I saw, so there was a reel the other day I saw that it was like the guy was wearing a Tool shirt, and somebody came up to him, name 3 songs. Oh, yeah. Really? How about I go ahead and start from the beginning and tell you everything about them?
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like.
Well, what? We're gonna fault people for loving the music so much and knowing it by heart? Shit, I could do that with...
The worst kinds of Tool fans are the ones that make it their whole personality. Like, that's all they listen to. They don't touch any other music. They suck off Maynard's dick. Just everything about their being is Tool. Like, that's the kind of annoyance I'm talking about. Like, the ones that just... They can't even give anything else the time of day because it's not as perfect as Tool is, and I'm just like, dude, you need to live a little bit more, dude, because fuck me, dude.
Yeah, those types of people are just stuck up, and
it's the stuck upness. That's what I'm looking for. Like, that's the kind of fan I'm talking about. Obviously, you don't fit that bill, but like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I know I'm far from it.
The whole fucking personality, and honestly, I probably wouldn't be friends with you if you were, because I've met some people like that, and like, they are rough to talk to. I'm talking about you, Cody. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I love you. I need to get back and get a tattoo soon, but I need to get to Iowa first. The guy that does my tattoos and shit, like my arm and on my back and shit, Cody Meredith, 113. Did I say that right? Yeah, it's 113 Tattoos and Art Studio. Sorry if I fucked it up. It's either 113 or 114, but I'm losing it. Anyway, he fucking listens to Tool all the goddamn time. Like, while you're getting a tattoo, you can bet your fucking ass he's got Tool playing in the background.
So
and
you're
I
telling
swear
me
he only owns Tool shirts, because I don't think I've ever seen him in a shirt that didn't have Tool on it.
I'm still pissed. I actually have not been able to find my Tool, like, tour shirt, and I have no idea where it went.
Yeah,
there's $40 down the drain.
It's out there somewhere in the ether. I still don't know where the fuck my Death Clock shirt went. I have a Death Clock tour shirt that I got at the fucking Death Clock tour I went to, and I cannot find it anywhere. I think my ex still has it from like years and years ago.
Yeah.
I know she used to steal my shirts all the fucking time.
I've lost or misplaced so many goddamn tour shirts. It's fucking unreal. And I don't know how, because it's not like I'm couch surfing or anything like that. Like I know I'm missing like a Slipknot tour shirt, my Tool tour shirt. Fuck, my Seether tour shirt from 2007. Like,
I've got another one I'm missing is my fucking Dragon Force Inhuman Rampage shirt, dude. I don't know where the fuck it went, but it's somewhere. I have no idea where it went, which is another show that I seen Art of Dying at. I seen them with Slipknot, Mastodon, and Disturbed.
Wow, that's I would have never put them on that bill, but
it was the very first Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival, very first one.
Okay.
And dude, they had Five Finger Death Punch before they got big. They were still on like fucking Way the Fist, I'm pretty sure. Like, they were brand new.
So they were still good then.
Yeah, they were still good. They had Under Oath, Black Tide, I think, was there.
Now, was that before the singer hit puberty or after?
Of Black Tide?
Yeah.
Oh no, they were still young. They were very young.
Okay, because like their first album, A Light from Above, was fucking awesome, but then Postmortem was awful.
When did it come out?
God, it was like 2007, 2008, I think is when Light from Above came out.
That would have been it, because it was, I'm pretty sure that the show itself was 2008.
Oh man.
But
dude, you want to know what's awesome about Slipknot albums?
What's that?
A bunch of them have 14 songs each.
Oh, damn, nice.
Meaning an album versus is very highly likely.
Oh yeah. That'll have to happen. We can just leave out their most recent one, though.
Yeah, because, I mean, that, like, what? Fuck. Like, most of their stuff is 14 songs per.
Hell yeah. That'll be easy, then.
Yeah. So, all right. But, yeah, that's it. Top 10 albums, 2001.
Top 10 albums.
Did we get it right? Even though I know I did. Because Tool is number one.
Hey, at the very end of the day, we still had pretty much all of each other's songs somewhere. For the most part. Or albums somewhere. Other than like the honorable mentions and stuff, but...
Yeah. I mean, the early 2000s was just so fun for music. Because there was so much going on. And, yeah, it's great to come back and take a look at it. Because some years, like... dude, I know we said it in the 2000s video. Like, my 2002 list is obviously already done. 2003, I got to go back and look through honorable mentions for that year. And I also got to make it 11, not fucking 10, because I already spoiled my number one for 2003 during 2000. Yeah, well, I mean, damn, they should know what it is, because as adamant as I am about Lateralis being number one, I am the exact same way with the album that came out in 2003 that is number one. Not by Tool,
what is my number one for 2003?
The same as mine, because I'm right.
Hang on, let me see, because there's one, two... Oh, shit.
When you check it, there is only one. head and shoulders the Patrick Mahomes above the rest of the crowd for 2003. It's
Okay.
still an awesome year. Like don't get me wrong. It just like 2001. It was awesome, but there was clear cut head and shoulders above everybody else. A Patrick Mahomes, if you will.
Okay.
And yeah.
I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that challenge because I think you and I are on the same page with that one.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna have to do 11 instead of 10 on that one just because yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
there's 10. There's 10. We're good.
Oh no, I mean like I already said in the last video what my number one of 2003 was.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I'm gonna have to do 11. So at least that there's 10 because they already know about one of them, and
Right.
it's the big Kahuna, if you will.
Okay. Yeah, my 2003 is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
There's really not a whole lot of room to move anything either, which is wild. But
Yeah, I got to dig through and look at honorable mentions, which I'll probably do tonight because I need to do that for 2002 as well, just to have those prepped and ready. But yeah.
my
So,
2002 list is pretty fucking banger too. Jesus.
dude, yeah, it's just fun, and then people could like come watch this, check it out, and then be like, oh fuck, I forgot that Edema put out an album or whatever, and then they're happy because they get to go back and experience, or not experience, but just go back and listen to it, and then just kind of feel like it's 2001 all over again. So
Yeah.
that's the whole
Good
point
stuff.
of us doing it, to give you guys a roadmap.
Yeah. No. For when we did our 2000s list, and then I started doing these like 2001, 2003, 2004. Like when I started making my lists and shit, I went back and listened to a bunch of these that I haven't listened to it forever,
Yeah,
and it's good
and
stuff.
it's so good.
It's fun.
But of course, as I said, we provided you the roadmap. What destinations did we miss along the way?
Yep. Let us know in the comments, man. What did we miss? What's your, just for the sake of the comment not being fucking long as shit, what's your number five or your top five?
Yeah.
What's your top
Or
five
shit, fuck
albums
it,
of?
YOLO. Give me your top 20 because I could have realistically done a top 20 of this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Now we
but
gotta
yeah,
give them some kind of a challenge. Give us your top five.
yeah. Or actually, give me 5 through 2 because I already know it's going to be Lateralis by Tool at number 1.
Everybody list down in the comments below why Iowa by Slipknot is the best album of 2001.
Man, no. Lateralis. Lateralis.
Oh man.
Okay.
I wish we had the fan
Anyways.
base. I wish we had a fan base big enough to where we could like post a poll of this
Soon, my child.
to see
Soon.
like to see who the real winner is.
Yeah, because it's Tool. But anyways, yeah. So, like, comment, subscribe down below. Let us know what we missed. And Jacob, what are we going to talk about next week?
Next week we are going to be talking about. Or wait, are we doing the DCEU one next week, or is that? Are we doing that after Aquaman?
Well, I mean, we can just pause DC for right now
Okay.
and then wait until Aquaman's out, like not $20 to rent or whatever.
Well, if that's the case, if we're gonna wait on that, then next week would be another music episode, which is fine. I'm down with that. But I don't think we picked anything specifically, did we?
Yeah, no, we did not.
So we could do 2002, or we can do an album versus, or because honestly, there's not really a whole lot of music coming out right now. So,
Okay.
and I've got my
What?
2002 through 2005 lists already done. And we could easily do an album versus. That wouldn't take any time to work on, and I can always listen to shit in the backdrop while I'm working on other stuff.
So, what Slipknot albums would we like to do for a versus? Because
We should
I'll
start at the beginning, because if we start at the end, we're not gonna have too much of a challenge.
well, okay, so the Slipknot's first or self-titled, it has 14 with I guess technically it has 15, but Scissors is yeah, it has 15. And then there's a few other Iowa has 14 songs on it. Volume 3 has 14 songs on
We
it.
could do Iowa and Volume 3.
Iowa and Volume 3 album verses.
That'd be hard.
I'm
Because I like both of those a lot.
yeah, like no knocking on self-titled, but yeah, Iowa and Volume 3 are much higher on my list
Oh, yeah.
than self-titled.
They're both
So
bangers,
yeah.
dude.
Oh dude, yeah, it's all fucking good. And this is gonna suck. But yeah, so Iowa versus Volume 3, the subliminal verses, next week.
Be there or be square.
Or just, just fucking be there. Okay.
Yeah, there's no option. Be there or fucking be there, period.
Yeah.
And share it with your friends so they can be there as well.
Yeah.
Share it with your mom and your brother and your dad and your sisters as well. Share them.
Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin Frank.
Everybody. Throw them down at the family function. Pull us up on the big screen. We'll talk about shit.
Yeah. Hopefully they like hearing the F word, because I say it a lot.
So do I. I'm a certified F card carrier.
Have been since I was 15. Yeah.
I've been saying, dude, I was raised by a sailor. What do you want from me? But I think that'll about do it. Make sure you like and subscribe as usual. It definitely is completely free for you guys, but it means the world to us. So yeah, it's a win-win for everybody. And you guys get more content. We get to keep talking about shit, which we're gonna do regardless, I guess. But
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I gotta say. Anything else? You got any
Yeah.
closing statements?
Yeah. My closing statement. Kansas City Chiefs!
I thought it was gonna be something about Tool again.
Wow, I don't need to say anything. It's all been said. Chiefs, 2024 Super Bowl champions, baby.
Deadpool 3 trailer. Go look at it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, check that out too.
All right, guys. Peace.
Bye.